Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Slime Rancher. So, last time, we continued reading the Slimepedia, and this time we're going to finally finish it. We got down to the mosaic slimes. So we got 9 more entries in the slimes to read. And then we got the gilded ginger. All right. Before we actually get started, I do want to point out that we are almost done with this game. Yeah. We are really close to being done, folks. We just need to, aside from finish reading the Slimepedia, we pretty much need to, there. Okay, trying to adjust the camera a little bit so I can see a little bit more of this on our eyes. Anyway, after finishing the Slimepedia, I need to show off the party Gordos, which I will be doing in another stream today, because it's the weekend, so it's still there. The party Gordo should, a party Gordo should still be in my world. And it will be in its own video. And, yeah, we're gonna go searching for that. We're gonna go searching for the party Gordo. So that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be interesting. And then after that, I got a couple things I need to do. I'm gonna take 2 more strolls around the world. Both for different reasons. And then I'm gonna collect my all of my slime combinations again. And then I'm going to I'm gonna collect all my slime combinations again, and then I'm going to get my gold. I'm gonna get a gold Gordo, pop it, get another one, and then make it big. But yeah, so that's gonna be real fun. I'm very much looking forward to all of that. So there's only a few episodes. There's gonna only be a few episodes left in this playthrough. We are very close to being done. But with that said, that isn't going to be the end of the playlist entirely, because Slime Rancher does support VR. I don't know to what extent. I've never seen it. I have purposefully stayed away from watching any gameplay videos of it, so I don't know if the full game is in it, or if it's just like one area, like it's the ranch and the dry reef. I don't know, but we will find out. If it's just like the ranch and the dry reef, then I mean, if that's all it is, then uh, if that's all it is, then that's fine. I guess I'll probably make like maybe one or two videos on that, just to kind of showcase that. But yeah, if it is the entire game, I am going to be doing another playthrough of it. However, I'm not going to be doing the same amount of stuff that I did in this. I'm just going to be doing the basic stuff, beat the game, beat the story mode, get all of the keys, unlock the vaults, and showcase the DLC missions. I'm not going to finish the DLC missions, I'm just going to show them off in VR. And that's if the whole game is available to us. That's if the whole game is available to us. I might go for the secret styles just so I can. I might go for the secret styles just so I can see them in VR. If those are in the VR experience as well, but I don't know for sure yet. So we'll find out once we get to that point. Unfortunately, I won't be able to do VR until I'm able to actually go out to a Best Buy and, check to see what VR headsets support both PS4 and PC, because I want to be able to play. I want to be able to play games like I want to be able to play like some PC VR games, like FNAF Help Wanted and Job Simulator and probably not Beats. I will get Beat Saber and I'll probably goof around in it for like maybe an hour before putting it down and never touching it again because I'm bad at rhythm games. I'm not too good at rhythm games, so I probably won't do too much in that. But you know, there are some VR games that there are some PC VR games that I want to play, but there's also some PS4 games that support VR that I want to do as well. So like, you know, I want to experience both, but I don't want to pay for two VR headsets. So I want a VR headset that works with both. I've heard that the Oculus Rift supports both, but I want to hear it from somebody at Best Buy, and unfortunately I can't go into a Best Buy with the current situation. But I've heard that things are starting to die down a little bit because summer's coming around real quick, so the virus is getting weaker and weaker. So hopefully this summer it will open back. Things will open back up, and I'll be able to go in, get that stuff, and then sometime this summer I'll be able to do that. But yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan for right now. Clear American flavor water. It's delicious. And nutritious. Alright. So, now that that's done, let's go ahead and get started. Saber Slimes. Or at least its descendant. Diet meat. Favorite unknown. I mean, I get why its diet is meat, but at the same time, what food is exclusive to the wilds, that only the saber slime has access to. The Cocodoba fruit. It's even part of the saber slime mud balls. So I mean, you'd think that saber slimes would like the Cocodoba fruit, but for whatever reason they don't. I mean, I get that. I get why they like me. You know, the big tusks, and they're supposed to be like saber-toothed tigers in slime form. So I don't know. I just think that that's interesting that they didn't choose to have the Cocodoba fruit be its favorite. At least then they and Ogden would have something in common. Anyway, Slimeology. Though believed to be long extinct, the saber slime... Ooh, excuse me. I woke up just like 30 minutes ago. The saber slime lives on through the Largo slimes in the wilds. Saber slimes were believed to be one of the fiercest predators during the Jurassic period of the far, far range, a time when gigantic slimes roamed the planet. Though saber slimes are carnivorous, the Largos in the wilds display a curious habit of bundling the rare Cocodoba fruit into bundles of sticks, mud, and slime that become rock hard in time. Only Ogden's specially engineered cocoa crackers are capable of breaking them. So yeah, like, they know what the Cocodoba fruit is. They know what it is. They know what it is. And for whatever reason, they just don't eat it. They collect it and they put it in these balls and everything. I imagine since they're the ones who made it, they know how to get into it. They can break it if they like bit into it. So it's like, yeah, I mean, you know exactly what they are. You know it. They know exactly what it is. They know it's food, but they don't eat it. That's interesting. Most saber slime largos found in the wilds are feral, looking to take a bite out of whatever they see. They're also incredibly agile for slimes, capable of powerful jumps that allow them to pound off surfaces before targeting their prey. Yeah, we experienced quite a bit of that when I did the wilds missions. If you encounter a horde of feral slime largos, watch your back so you don't get flanked. Too late. Too late for that warning. Plortonomics. Saber plorts are collected for their historical value, offering a window into the primitive past of the far, far range. Some slime scientists have tried to extract the slime DNA from these plorts in order to recreate a true saber slime, but all have failed. And honestly, that's probably for the better, because as soon as that happens, some charming billionaire will be talking about making a whole theme park to view them in captivity, and then... Nice Jurassic Park reference. I like that. I like that. That's funny. Quick, silver slime. Gotta go fast. A swift, sterling shimmer of static slime. Repeat. A swift, sterling shimmer of static slime. Okay. Diet electricity. Favorite? None. Slimeology. Quicksilver slimes are among the rarest slimes of the far, far range, thanks in large part to their only known habitat being owned exclusively by Moji Miles. Quicksilver slimes are lightning quick and feed on electricity. This is generally accomplished by their moving really fast and slowly accumulating the static charge they generate. However, Mochi has decided to speed up the process and create a method for feeding them energy in a far more direct fashion. Quicksilver slimes are not normally harmful to a rancher, as the static they generate has a low current. However, Mochi's method of feeding them is a great deal of electricity. Mochi's method of feeding them a great deal of electricity at once makes Quicksilver slimes temporarily overcharged with a current high enough to be harmful if touched. So be careful when firing those spark shots at a mob of well-fed Quicksilvers, as a mob of well-fed Quicksilvers could leave you zapped. Wow, I can't read today. Yikes. Don't try to read when you're trying to talk fast. You just get so messed up. Mochi sells Quicksilver plorts off market, and little is known about her buyers or their motives. Ah, so she's into some shady stuff, huh? I knew she was no good. Alright. Glitch slimes. If you're reading this inside the Slimulation, how do you know it's real? I'm not reading it inside the Slimulation. This probably would be a lot... This would probably be a lot more interesting if I was reading it in the Slimulation. Okay. Oops. Oh well. C'est la vie. Diet, unknown. Favorite, none. Oh. Glitch slimes were formed from a bug in the codebase of Victor's Slimulation of the Far range. Though a wholly digital entity, these slimes could easily be considered real within the limits of the world they inhabit. Glitch slimes do not seek out food like physical slimes. Instead, they seem to be expanding to every corner of the simulation, driven by some unknown purpose. Though glitch slimes pose no direct danger to a rancher, their mischievous nature can make for hazardous situations when attempting to wrangle them. Glitch slimes will take the form of other slimes, distinguishable only by the inaccurate face they present. Vacuuming them up or using debug spray will reveal their true form. Additionally, wow, why did I say accordingly? That's a D, not a C. A glitch slime can take the form of objects commonly found in the far range. If you're familiar with the real range, look for objects like rocks and trees that don't seem to belong. A splash of debug spray can reveal many glitch slimes in disguise. Yes, I have seen this. A glitch slime does not display any drive to eat the simulated food of the Slimulation, and so no known plorts exist. However, if glitch slime plorts did exist, they would be virtual like everything in the Slimulation and have no actual value. Unless, of course, a bunch of people decided virtual plorts have value, and then maybe everyone would start buying them. Heck, maybe eventually glitch slime plorts would be worth a fortune because a bunch of us just agree on that too, and then we all created our own simulations to generate glitch slime plorts. But if that happened, then we would all be using an absurd amount of real energy, harming our real environment further. All to generate virtual plorts. So obviously, that's a silly thing and we'd never do that. I like the meta commentary there. That's funny. Okay, I'm gonna do a special voice for the gold slime and gilded ginger.
Gold slime, get rich or die smiling. Die sliming. Well, even when I'm taking my time, I can't read. Diet exclusive. Favorite? None. The most elusive and sought after of all slime species is easily the gold slime. Very little is known about these slippery creatures. Hello, Oscar. As they've proven impossible to capture. Gold slimes are quick as a flash and will immediately begin to flee ranchers on sight. Lots of emojis right there. Good to see. If a rancher is to profit from an encounter with a gold slime, they need to think quick. Gold slimes produce no direct risks to a rancher, but their appearance often induces panic and leads to sometimes fatal mistakes. Further, the only way to obtain gold plots is to strike a gold slime with any sparse resources in your vac. Doing so can produce a gold plot, though it also leaves a trail of additional resources in the area, leading to unintended largos or worse. Gold plots have little practical use and are the most valuable of all plots simply because they are shiny and rare. Back on Earth, the elite love to adorn themselves in jewelry made of gold plots, far exceeding the value of any terrestrial precious metal. For this reason, the rancher should never pass up the chance to get a gold plot or two from a chance encounter with a gold slime. Look at me. Reading a Slimepedia entry like some nobody. I could have been somebody. I could have been a contender.
Whew. Ah, man, my jaw hurts after that. Oh. Ow. Ow. Ugh. Hello, Oscar. I'm not sure what you're saying. I only speak English. Sorry.
Lucky slimes. Oh, shiny. It's the precious. Diet is meat. Favorite? None. Lucky slimes are a strange variant of tabby slime that seem to have a fascination with shiny objects, particularly new buck coins. A lucky slime gobbles up any coins it can find. It's so precious. Giving it a distinct jingle sound as they move about. However, coins don't make for a balanced diet, and a lucky slime will still greedily devour meat of any kind. In doing so,
its body bursts with a shower of new bugs, having little room left in its slimy tummy. This burst often sends the leggy slime flying into the air. Upon detecting a rancher, the lucky slime will soon make a hasty retreat. No known rancher has ever been successful enough, or perhaps lucky enough, to capture one of these slippery slimes. Lucky slimes pose the same risk to ranchers as other rare slimes, mainly accidents in their pursuit that can lead to a rancher's demise. The promise of a small fortune when encountering a lucky slime has led more than a few ranchers head first into the slime sea, especially if they're hobbits. Stupid fat hobbit! This occurrence is has led some of the more superstitious ranchers to see the lucky slime as a bad omen, or perhaps as the universe testing their greed. These ranchers will ignore lucky slimes altogether, even purposefully shooting them away. Well, until you hear those new bugs jingling, and then maybe just one shot couldn't hurt. It's for the precious. A lucky slime isn't known to produce plots of any kind, leading slime scientists to believe this to be the result of the lucky slime not being a true slime variant. Rather, lucky slimes are believed to be just an abnormal tabby slime, one whose color has faded as a result of ingesting so many coins. It is perhaps this very change that also led to ceasing ploid production.
So lucky slimes don't poop, even though they eat meat. They don't poop. You know, this would make a bit more sense if instead of eating meat, they didn't eat anything, and all you had to do was just hit them with something. Not food, but just anything. Just hit them with something, and then they would drop coins. That would make a lot more sense, because, you know, this whole game is based around, like, you feed the slimes something. You feed the slimes something, and then they give you a plort, because that's their poop. So if you feed a lucky slime meat, it should produce poop, because other slimes that require meat, like the tangle slime, the hunter slime, the boom slime, and the tabby slime, all four of them eat meat, and they poop. This eats meat, but doesn't poop, and it even said that it was a different variant of the tabby slime. So, I don't know. I personally think that you shouldn't need to feed it food, that you just hit it with something and it drops some plorts and then leaves. That would make a lot more sense. It would help make this Slimepedia entry not have a giant hole in its logic. Anyway, that's 5 down. We got 5 more to go. Alright. Largos. There's just more to love. Diet? Source Slime's diet. Favorite? Source Slime's diet. Largo slimes are a hybrid of 2 slimes resulting from a slime eating a plort unlike its own. They are twice as big as normal slimes and have a combined diet of their 2 source slimes, making them enticing for ranchers that want to maximize their profits. However, a largo is too big to vac up and can only be transported using the end of the vac nozzle. This makes them difficult to control if things get out of hand. In addition to largos being more difficult to manage and having the combined powers of the 2 slimes, an even greater threat to ranchers lies within the supersized slimes. If a largo eats a plort unlike its 2 source slimes, it will transform into a ravenous tar slime. Ranchers need to be very careful when dealing with largos or risk an outbreak of tar that can quickly overtake their entire ranch. Always carry a full tank of water just in case. When a largo eats, it produces plorts of both source slime types, making them potentially very lucrative for ranchers that can deal with the added risk of keeping them. Gordo slimes. Bon appetit. Diet. Source Slime's diet. Favorite? Source Slime's diet. Slimology. Gordo slimes are a rare phenomenon that occur when multiple slimes of the same type congregate. The result is that I don't know why I saw that as something else. The result is that the slimes seem to merge together into a much larger slime that is seemingly incapable of movement. A Gordo will eat until it bursts, causing all the slimes to separate once more, as well as revealing whatever object it was that caused the Gordo to form in the first place. Gordos pose no real threat to ranchers. They can only sometimes be a nuisance in that they are hiding something a rancher might need. If you see a Gordo, feed it. Gordos produce no plorts of their own. However, the slimes they produce after bursting do like any normal slime. Cool. Okay. Feral slimes. It's hard to be nice on an empty stomach. Diet? Source Slime's diet. Favorite? Source Slime's diet. And that's a pink tabby. That's a pink tabby largo feral slime. which, you know, should never be feral considering how pink slimes eat everything. There should never be a pink feral slime, since they eat everything. Well, unless of course you end up making a pink hunter or a pink saber largo. Then yeah, it's gonna be feral when it first pops up. Feral slimes are largos with a mean streak that will attack a rancher on sight. It's not known what exactly causes a largo to become so grumpy that it goes feral, but it's suspected that they've simply gone too long without a bite to eat. Like so many things with slimes, food is everything. If a feral slime eats, it will revert to a normal largo. Feral slimes can pose a serious risk to ranchers if they're not dealt with quickly, or avoided altogether. That's what I do. I don't have time to feed every single largo, not every single feral slime in the game. And besides, believe me, I've tried. It doesn't matter if you feed them all. They're just going to go back to being feral within a couple days. Because they never leave their areas. So, yeah, they never leave their areas, and so they just stay there where there's no food, and so within a couple days they're back to being feral again. So that sucks, but you know, whatever. Feral slimes will attempt to bite ranchers at close range or jump in the air and try to stomp on them with their butts. In any case, a rancher needs to act fast and feed the feral slime something tasty to avoid such troubles. Feeding a feral slime not only calms it down, but it also produces ploits in the same manner as a largo, though there are certainly easier ways out there to acquire ploits. The tar.
The tar. Those awful, ravenous rainbows. Diet slime's favorite ranchers. The tar are formed when a largo eats a plort unlike the one it produces. A terrible transformation occurs that turns the slime into a sludge filled with a swirling prismatic array of colors and a relentless appetite. The tar seeks only to consume and replicate. The only way to stop a tar outside of incinerating it or throwing it into the slime sea is with fresh water. One splash will stop a tar from spawning new tar, and repeated splashes will destroy it entirely. Alternatively, many ranchers recommend running away with their arms waving and screaming. Yes, run. Run, you cowards.
Rancher risks. The tar are the single biggest threat to ranchers. The tar will seek out slimes to consume and replicate themselves, but it will also devour chickens, rot crops in their proximity, and even devour ranches. Remember, ranching largos may be highly profitable, but one stray plort and you could wind up with a devastating tar outbreak. The tar produced no plorts, only more tar, and then more tar still. Beware. Okay. All right. And here we go. No special voice for this one. I did say I was gonna do the same voice for the Gilded Ginger that I did for the Gold Slime, but nah, that just was murder on my voice. I don't want to do that for much longer. So no voices this time. Just gonna be read it normally. The Gilded Ginger. Very few ranchers will ever read this. I am. Woo! Type veggie. Favored by Gold Slime. About. Curiously, Gilded Ginger cannot be replicated in a garden as its unusual biological properties prohibit it. However, there is perhaps another use for it. On the ranch. Said to be the holy grail of veggies, Gilded Ginger can very rarely be found growing in the glass desert. It is the only known food that a gold slime will eat, and the few that have seen it claim that doing so will greatly reward the lucky rancher. And that's it. That's it. That's everything. Tutorials done. Slimes done. Resources done. Ranch done. World done. Slime science done. It's all done. We did it. We did it, folks. And as the sun rises on a new day, so does a new chapter begin. Hello, my puddle slimes. Ooh, you guys have lots of boards in here. Yeah, thank you. Ugh. Oh God, ugh. Stop, please. I hate this. Oh, that's right. You don't give me 12 because I ended up sucking one of you up before. Bleh. Okay. All right. Ah! Ah! Hmm. Oh yeah, this is where I have the that one. Okay. Ah! Cool. All right. Well, with that said, I think that's gonna do it for this video. So, yeah. Next time, we will go out and we will find a party Gordo. We're gonna go out and we're gonna explore. We're gonna find a party Gordo. So, yeah. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, all that good jazz. If you have any suggestions for games for me to play, please let me know in the comment box below. And until next time, I will see you all then. Take care, everybody.